Great morning, everyone. How are you doing? This is your girl Shan. I hope all is well with you. I know it's cold. Everybody getting up, they getting on their way and everything like that. Let me go ahead and encourage you first off. If you are saying this year that you want to be in a positive, no more negative, and whatever the case may be, I would encourage you to download the KRG 98.5 FM app if you do not already have it on your phone. If you would like to listen to inspirational, uplifting music, if you would like to think about throughout the day and even throughout this year, starting off your year right of how good God has been, I would encourage you to download the KRG 98.5 FM app. It is royal blue and white when you go into your app store to download it. But today, what I'm going to talk about real quick, I'm going to get back in money, and not necessarily people's pockets or whatever. I know I did a segment last year or a video or whatever of how to save money, and I'm still hearing about how people are so appreciative of it. But the thing that good morning, Aikisha. But the thing that I'm going to talk about today is how to make $1 out of 15 cents. Now, see, let me go ahead real quick and talk about the different stages of money and marriage, you know, even those who are single before you get married. Good morning, Simone. One thing that I know to be true, I know this to be true without a shadow of a doubt. When you are steward, when you're a good steward over the little things that God has blessed you with, like the word of God say, the little things that God has blessed you with, he will bless you with much more. But see, you got to be a good steward over that and what you have. And what we tend to do is we tend to complain. Now, if we just keep it real, money is one of the reasons in marriage why people are constantly arguing. Baby, let money be in that bank account and it's a good day. You heard me? Oh, everybody good, whatever the case may be. But let that bank account start looking funny and that money start looking short. And then that's when marriage, you know, it's a hot mess and everybody arguing. You spending too much and you this and you a micromanager and all this other kind of stuff. Now, let me go ahead and discuss the phases of marriage. And I'm going to start, you know, in the early 20s because that's when I got married. So you go into marriage. Most people, if I could be honest, they go into their marriage broke because you go into debt trying to, like I've said before, show out for all these people who don't even like you at your wedding anyway. I commend people that when you go into a marriage, you have something nice and small and something that's going to be right just for your bank account. Do not go into marriage broke, okay? You got to get the big ring and the big dress and the big venue and all this other kind of stuff. Good morning, Tasha. You have to get all this other stuff and you're going into your marriage broke, okay? So what I encourage you to do for my singles, because you know I can't leave y'all out, go with what your bank account, there ain't nobody studying what your wedding and all this stuff gonna look like. You trying to act like you belong in the royal family, like this Meghan Markle girl or whatever the case may be. Hey, Tasha, no, do something according to what your budget will allow, okay? So, going on. Then after you get married, what you got to do is you got to make sure, good morning, Deidre. I think this is your first time joining us. Good morning. Welcome to the Coffee Crew. Then I think what you do is you set up here, right? And you try to make it look like your marriage got it going on. Now, if you and your husband or vice versa, good morning, Brandy. If y'all bank account doesn't allow for y'all to be driving all these big name cars and all this other kind of stuff, I'm going to need y'all to get something that's going to make it from point A to point B, okay? I'm just talking about where people mess up. And then you get into this phase that you get into so much debt, right? You get into so much debt because you're trying to impress people, especially the ones who told you not to get married in the first place because you know, oh, your marriage ain't gonna make it and all this other kind of stuff and they want you to fail. You're really trying to impress them, okay? So you're trying to set up here and impress people, whatnot, all right? And then you find yourself probably in the middle 30s and the 40s or whatever the case may be, and you in a whole bunch of debt. Now, what people tend to do at this point in their marriage is they base their marriage off of their finances. Good morning, Thish. How you know? Off of what that bank account look like. Good morning, Penny. And so people do one of two things. They either tackle that debt and say, let's look at all the debt that we got and start from the smallest and going on up. They tackle that debt, or they'll set up here and they'll ignore that debt and keep going in more into debt and having the enemy trick them into believing that, oh, don't even worry about it. Somebody else, one of our kids, whoever this debt will be left, you passing down dirty debt, okay? Now, this is something that I thought was so hilarious this past weekend. We had to get away for a little bit, with everything that happened to us on last year. For y'all who don't know, you might have to just go back, and we got a video pinned to the top of the page. But we just had to get away just for a minute, just get out of the AO, which is what we say in the military, our area operation, get out of operation. So anyway, we meet some new people because we go to my husband's best friend's house. And we were talking about children. For anybody who do not know, I have a contract for our children. I need to know what you're going to be doing with our montees in the future, what you not going to do. And we work too hard for what we have is set up here, and you playing around trying to decide, I think I'm going to college for general studies, and then I'm partying like a rock star and drop out. And then we stuck with the debt. The devil is a liar. So I got a contract. So the people was talking about the contract. What does this contract entail? They even brought the kids around, explain the contract. But this is what I thought was so funny. You had a whole bunch of husbands, right? And I think somebody had asked my husband about our finances. One of the other men, how do y'all handle y'all finances? Blah, blah, blah. Who handle y'all finances? My husband said, look, I'm going to be straight up honest with you. He said, I don't mess with none of that. He said, I don't know what bill we have to pay, what's due. I don't know what's in the account. I don't know none of that. And so the man was like, wow, and then other men start saying, yeah, you're right. My wife handled it, or the wife was saying my husband handled it. Needless to say, I say this, right? When it comes to marriage, for those of you who are single right now and you're not in a whole bunch of debt, I commend you. You see what I'm saying? I commend you, because I don't think nothing is more wrong than to go into a marriage. You see what I'm saying? You going into a marriage and you in so much debt. And then singles, I'm gonna talk to y'all for a minute, because I've heard people say this. You set up here, a lot of singles, not all, but a lot of singles will set up here, and you looking for somebody that can help get you out your mess. What I need you to do is pull yourself up by your own drawers, okay? Pull yourself up by your own drawers and start working getting yourself out your own mess, because you put yourself in that mess. That is not gonna help a marriage when you go into a marriage. And so we have to learn how to be good stewards and stewardess over what God has blessed us with. You see what I'm saying? So don't base your marriage about finance. But if you know in your marriage that y'all in a whole bunch of debt, what I'm gonna need y'all to do is be good steward. Because see, this is what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all what happened. What happened is when you have people that you in your own little mess that you're not willing to face, so you can go ahead and get out and believe in God by faith that he gonna help you out this thing, even though you got yourself into it. And what you tend to do is you either do one or two things. You lightweight shading somebody else. Somehow, well, why they blessed? Why it seem like every time they turn around, God is blessing them? God is always doing for them. We done all thought it, don't lie. God is always doing for them, whatever the case may be. So we're sitting up here talking about that, or we're sitting up here trying to count their pockets. And let me give an example, because it's really well known where we at in the military community. Oh, yeah, she military, she a disabled vet. Now, don't be sitting up here counting anybody else's pockets. What you need to do is focus and count on your own. You see what I'm saying? But we tend to get upset at God, because God, why it seem like you blessing their marriage? God, why it seem like you blessing their finances? God, why it seem like you blessing that single person's life? We get mad at God because it seems like he blessing everybody else but us. But what God is telling us to do is take care of our own finances, get our own things in order. Yes, would I want a $400,000, $500,000 house, or get my 40 acres and a mule? Yes, I would. But you have to be faithful over the few things. You know what I'm saying? You can't allow more of your finances to be going out the house than what's going in, and you will never make it. So we as a people need to learn how to make $1 out of 15 cents. I can respect the reason why I love my husband, because he ain't out here. I've seen men, husbands go through all kind of phases, okay? Just like women, but husbands, you out here, you buying unnecessary stuff. You hooked on stereo equipment. Back in the day, it used to be rims. Everybody wanted Daytons and 20s and 22s and all this other kind of stuff. You spending all this unnecessary money. But let me ask you something. Where are those Daytons at now? Where are those 20s and 22s? Where's that stereo equipment you was spending all this money on? See, people sit up here and tell me they ain't got the money to get out of debt. The devil is a lie. When you spending $100, $150, $200 on some Jordans, no knock Jordan, if you heard this, whatever, shout out to you, hit me back, homie. You know what I'm saying? Hit me and Miss King back. But if you sitting out here spending all this money on these Jordans, ladies, you sitting up here spending, trying to get your little red bottom shoes and whatever, which them doggone shoes hurt. I tried them on my feet, and I was like, I ain't spending no $9,000 and all the $900, however much they cost. I ain't buying it. You know what I'm saying? So you sitting up here, you talking about how you can't come out of debt, but you spending money on stuff. Well, and then this is the latest lie. Let me go ahead real quick and I'm going to shut it down. This is the latest lie. Oh, retail therapy. Now, look here. Look here, any kind of therapy that you go to, you got to pay for. If you go get a massage and all this other kind of stuff. Quit lying to yourself talking about you going, good morning, just trying to get you some doggone retail therapy when you know your retail bank account can't afford it, okay? Don't be trying to show out in front of your homegirls. If you're going to be going out, when I go out with my homegirls, I set me a little bit of money aside. You see what I'm saying? You set your little coins aside. You set aside about $20, $30, $40. You know, when I go out with the homegirls in 4 months, I have a little bit. I give me a little bit. But you're getting all this stuff you can't afford. You see what I'm saying? That is one of the biggest headaches when it comes to marriage. That's why you have a lot of people getting divorced. And let me go ahead and tell you this for my marriage jumpers, okay? That's what I'm going to call you for 2018. You marriage jumping. You get into marriage, oh, this ain't going the way I thought or whatever. You put on this big wedding, you still in debt and all this other kind of stuff. You go before the court and you tell the judge, oh, now my husband should take care of this debt or my wife should be responsible for this debt that I ran up. You see what I'm saying? So you're going into debt, you talking about all this tomfoolery, okay? And then you're getting mad. You're getting mad because why I always got to be broke. I'm going to tell you this. If you got a broke mentality, you going to always be broke. If you spending your money on stuff that you ain't got no business spending your money on, you going to always be broke. If you always spending your money as married and single trying to impress people who don't even like you, you going to always be broke. Because truth be told, once we start maturing in our life and in our marriage, money ain't what makes you rich. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna tell you what I know. In my tender years, money is not what make you rich. What make you rich is counting the blessings that God has blessed you with. Your children, your family, life, being able to get up and live to see another day. Wake up your eyes and say, God, I thank you. Wake up next to your Boaz, your Ruth, or whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna need us to get it together. I'm gonna need us to learn how to make $1 out of 15 cents. And what that means for those of y'all who do not know, that means stretching that dollar to the fullest, honey. Because when God see that you are grateful and you are faithful over the little things, whether it be in your single life or in your marriage, God is going to bless you with much, okay? And remember, that which you sow, you shall reap. That is an awesome principle. Learn how to sow and your tail will reap. That don't mean you just, no, you sow when God put it on your heart to sow. That's what you do. Because I used to just, oh, well, somebody's in need. Here come Captain Queen. I'm trying to save the world. God ain't been more tell me to do that. And I'm sitting up here with an attitude because I done gave this money to these people who done lied to me, told me they was going to give it back and they didn't. Okay? You sow how God tell you to sow, and you let God do the watering. So I'm going to go ahead. Y'all have a blessed day, baby. This is Thursday, honey. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Share this because people need to hear it. I don't understand. We be sharing this tomfoolery to be going around and twerking and fighting all this other stuff, but we don't share no truth that bless our soul. How is that? So y'all have a blessed day. I'll be back with y'all on tomorrow because tomorrow is Friday, honey. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Share because it's free. Thank you so much always for your support. Your girl Queen will be back with y'all on tomorrow. Have a blessed day.